Hello, hello, hello. I'm Elcar Night Raven. Welcome to my channel, and welcome to my next review. And today I'm looking at the Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise Thrust. And this, when it was released, was a Target exclusive. You could only get him either through Target's website or if you were lucky enough to find him on Target shelves. Was not like an easy one to find. It took me a few tries before I finally found it on Target's website. And even then, they wouldn't let it be shipped to my house. I had to do store pickup. But it's all good, all said and done. So let's take a look at the packaging, which I do still have. So here you can see Thrust, Earthrise, War for Cybertron Trilogy, Cybertronian Villains, Transformers, Generations, Takara Tomy, Hasbro. Great picture of Thrust in his jet mode on the side there. And again on this side, that wonderful image of the Earthrise artwork. Just love the artwork that they did for all three. On the top, got the Decepticon symbol, War for Cybertron Trilogy. You can kind of see the little barcode thing in there. On the bottom, we've got our barcode. All different kinds of words and stuff. Okay, that's not a barcode. The little red for the map. And then on the back, you can see our product shots. Again, very cool. We got our warnings here in different languages, and then more words and stuff, and Cybertronian villains. So yeah, very cool. So that's it for the packaging, and we will take a look at Thrust. And you can see here we got some Decepticon symbols, very small ones right there. It's whole thing done in black, some maroon here and here, and all along in here. Translucent orange plastic for the cockpit, so very cool. You can kind of see a little pilot's seat in there. Gunmetal gray for the turbines, so very cool on that. And here's the side profile. Looks very nice. There's the bottom. Here is the back. You can see the thrusters back here. Here's this other side. And then from the front. Again, very cool. Now his weapons, you can see where I have them plugged in. You could do that, or if you want, can plug them in right here. So there are options on where you want to plug them in at. Oh, I kind of like plugging them in there. You could even plug them in here, I think. That might be the wrong size slot for it, but I think plugging them in there, it kind of looks better in my personal opinion, but pardon me. But yeah, there's even a spot here, so you could plug it in. Plug one on top. So there is his jet mode. So now let's get into transformation and get him into his robot mode. So first thing we want to do after removing the null rays is we want to bring these up, rotate them, bring them up, just like that. Now, I want to open these panels up. I'm going to disconnect these tabs, and then extend them out. Of course, separate them. Makes it a little easier. So there is there is a little tab in there that's going to tab into the back here. You want to get that tabbed in, which sometimes can be rather difficult. There we go. And that is going to offer you a stronger knee joint. And then this tab right here is going to tab in right there. And that is one leg done. Now for the other leg. So there's that one. And then there's that. Next thing, I want to rotate the toes and the heels out. And there's his legs all done. And you can even see little Decepticon symbols here and here as well. So, alright, now for the upper body, we're going to untab the chest. Sometimes. There we go. Open it all up. Rotate the arms out. Want to bring the cockpit down, or the nose, the front of the jet. Rotate it around, then bring it down all the way. There we go. Now for the arms, rotate these around just like that. Bring out the lower portion. You want to make sure that these are meeting up so it helps to bring everything together. Close that up, bring the fist out. Same thing on this side. Come on, there we go. Close that up, bring the fist out. And the final little bit. Oh, that tabs in really well. Untab that. Bring it down. And leave it just like that. And I think the only thing we're missing is, whoops, this did not clip in. So the arms, in order to really help stay where they're supposed to be, it kind of clips over, helps hold that piece of the arms in, which is much better than they did with the classics. And there is thrust, and actually I think the one thing I forgot to do in order for it to look proper is rotate these sections down just like this, and now thrust looks like he should. And of course, what's thrust without his null rays? Plug them in to the arms right there. And there we go. And now he looks much better. Definitely liking the colors. I mean, he looks really good. So let's take a look at that head. See our typical cone head. The maroon, the black, that gunmetal gray for the face, yellow eyes. You can see the cockpit is now part of his chest. All that black and maroon. You can see all that coming down. Same thing with the arms, black and maroon, whole lot of maroon. And here's some purple, white, and yellow to break up all that maroon. Some more black with the maroon. And again, those Decepticon symbols that are down here. And then, of course, on the back here, here's where that just hangs off, so not really a whole lot can do about that. And then articulation. Head is on a ball joint. Get nice little wiggle there. Can turn either way. Looks up that far. Down, not so far. Arms come out that far. Can do full 360, but the wings do get in the way. We do have bicep swivel. We have little bit over 90 for the elbow. No waist rotation. Legs can kick forward. Not really too far. Can kick back. Again, not too far. Can kick out. Only about that far. We do have thigh rotation. Knee, we have over 90 for the knee. And again, locking that rear one in really helps for stabilizing these lower legs. And then the feet, toes can move up and down, heels can move up and down, and we've got about that much ankle pivot. So not really a whole lot. And it's what we've had for the Earthrise Seekers for articulation. So, but this one was one that a lot of people missed out on, unfortunately. The biggest issue with store exclusives like that is you get the scalpers who buy them up so quickly, and it gets rather annoying, because then the collectors and the fans don't really get much of a chance to get them when they see them. This one in some areas did have like a whole bunch on the shelves. In my area, like I think after I got him, it was like a month later that I saw about 3 on the shelf at one time. And that was it. But not too bad. So he was able to be found. It wasn't as bad as, like, say, Walmart exclusives, certain Walmart exclusives, and some Amazon exclusives. And yeah, it just, like, the Netflix Soundwave was a major headache. Like, major headache. But Thrust, again, you know, not everybody was able to find him. Hopefully, if you are looking for him, you do find him at a decent price. If you want to add him, for me, like, I always have to have a complete collection of the Seekers if I'm able to. So, like, I've got to have the 3 regulars, Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp, and then got to have the Coneheads. Coneheads were always some of my favorites, especially for their unique jet modes, compared to the other 3 Seekers. So, definitely one of the things that I really liked with the Coneheads is, you know, they're cone heads, so that was different, and then their unique jet mode. But it's a cool figure. They are still cool figures. Yeah, the articulation is limited with the Earthrise Seekers, especially compared to Siege, but it's not bad enough that it throws the figure completely off for me. I still do love these figures. I still do think that they're near masterpiece, like mini masterpiece style. So, at retail value. And honestly, I mean, we're gonna, with the masterpiece style, especially now with the MP52, when they do the cone heads, you know, it's gonna have a little bit more with articulation, especially if you look at Starscream, just no waist, which for me is perfectly fine. But yeah, so that's Thrust. Really good figure. Do love having the entire set of the Seekers. Did forget to mention that gold that's in those shoulder pieces right there with a little bit of orange. So a little more color to throw things off. But yeah, so there is Earthrise Thrust. I hope you got some decent information out of this. And I want to say thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you all later.